Many thanks for joining me again and welcome to Business Live. Let's begin from Nigeria, where the country's downstream petroleum sector has not witnessed much drop in fuel prices. This is despite the global oil price crash, which is emanating from a glut in crude supply and a massive drop as a result of coronavirus outbreak. Assistant Managing Editor for Premium Times in Nigeria, Ini Ekot, commented on this situation earlier on the Marketplace.
Interestingly, the government has responded in respect of the downstream by using the price of fuel, petrol here in Nigeria, from 145 naira a liter. Government used to initially 125 naira a liter, and so the price went down further by at 150 kobo. That's down to 105.50 kobo a liter. So it's something that's interesting. It doesn't have to talk time. I don't even know Nigeria spends a money subsidize. So sometimes, regardless of the fluctuations in the international market, it does not transfer on downstream in the country. But this time there's a difference. So I can say that there is that translation from international competition to the downstream costs in Nigeria.
Meanwhile, as Ghana enters a 2-week lockdown as part of efforts to help contain COVID-19, sister nation Nigeria has also taken a similar action. Parts of the country, including Lagos and Abuja, are also under a partial lockdown. Nigeria, which relies heavily on crude oil for significant revenue generation, has also been hit by the global oil price crash, leading to some revenue shortfalls. Ini Ekot again assessed the impact of the global pandemic on Nigeria's economy.
Businesses have been locked down primarily because of two factors. People are not able to go out to open their stores. Even if they do, of course, we know what to buy. And secondly, which is very important as well, the issue of supply chain. A lot of Nigerian businesses derive their supplies, their stocks from countries heavily affected by coronavirus. And number one amongst them is China. I can tell you the impact is very huge. That a little thing like drinking water, the sachet water that it's called pure water here, really affected because compared to that, the polythene that they use in wrapping the water is shipping from China. So it's causing some kind of shortage in respect of drinking water. So that's on the business side. Then the bigger in the perspective impact of the economy. Government is suffering significant revenue shortfall because of the impact on the oil industry. There is no one to buy oil, and Nigeria depends very heavily on oil on its programs, its projects. So the budget benchmark here was $57, but as we speak to you, the oil price has gone down below $20 in some cases. So it's a real problem for the country in terms of being able to finance infrastructure projects, even being able to confront the threat of the coronavirus. So there have been responses, of course. The government has taken some measures, fiscal measures and also monetary measures to respond. The Central Bank of Nigeria has injected excess to the economy. The finance ministry has reduced the benchmark of products. So it's a problem for now, but we are just looking at things unfold.
Back home in Ghana, the National Courier Association of Ghana is appealing to the security agencies implementing the lockdown directives to allow its members carry out their operations faster during the lockdown period. This follows complaints by some members of the association over how the process of delivering food to customers is delayed at various checkpoints. They say the situation is detrimental to restaurant businesses. There's more in this report.
No intercity movement of vehicles and aircraft for private or commercial purposes for the areas of the restrictive measures, except for vehicles and aircrafts providing essential services and those carrying cargo. Riders of motorbikes are not allowed to carry any additional person. And in any event, only persons involved in the food value chain can operate in the markets during this period.
Although eateries and restaurants have been exempted to operate during the 2-week lockdown period, they can do that under the condition they operate takeout services. In this regard, some restaurants depend heavily on services of dispatch riders to deliver food packages to customers. However, the operators say security checkpoints set up in various parts of the capital are posing a challenge to courier service providers. President of the association, Kwame Bekwin, explains that their services are essential to the survival of restaurants in this crucial period.
Looking at the President's directive in connection with e-commerce business and the full value chain services, we realized that courier companies can still operate because looking at the social distance and movement in connection with the partial lockdown, courier companies are supposed to operate during this period. And as if they are operating and we are facing challenges with the police, I mean, people have ordered food and it takes about an hour, 2 hours. The police will stop you. You have to wait with a lot of barriers and checkpoints. I mean, it becomes terrible. Restaurants are losing business because of all these delays.
The association says in this lockdown period, members are now doing 30 deliveries per each dispatch rider in a day as compared to the previous 10 deliveries. For Joy Business, Karen Dudu.
Need for the public to ensure good sanitation practices continue to be highlighted as we all fight to contain the COVID-19. Businesses have also been urged to provide hand-washing equipment and alcohol-based hand sanitizers to protect their clients. But are all businesses strictly adhering to this call? Sandra Apenu has been finding out in this report.
In an era where most people are being encouraged to practice social distancing and avoid crowds, and also opt for electronic modes of payments, how are the financial institutions protecting the customer, especially when the Bank of Ghana has directed all financial institutions in this country to practice or observe the hygiene protocols at their automated teller machines? We are in town to find out how these institutions are actually protecting the customer. First stop was the Fidelity Kukumlimli branch. Although the bank was closed to customers, its 24-hour service automated teller machine was without the basic hygiene protocols in the fight against coronavirus. Neither water nor sanitizers were provided. The situation was same with Carl Bank's ATM at the same location. Our next point of call was Newtown. Here too, the Abbey National Savings and Loans ATM was without a hand-washing bowl and alcohol-based sanitizer. The Greek Development Bank also at Newtown, however, provided hand-washing bowls but no sanitizer close to its ATM. The story was, however, different at the Nema branch of Access Bank. Customers here were made to wash their hands at the running water and also sanitize their hands before entering the banking hall.
I know what's going on in the country and even the town, because they say it's already given from above and the structure is already there. So we just need to abide with it and then cooperate with the rules and regulations governing the country. So I don't even have a problem washing, even having a feeling of the sanitizer.
We are being asked to practice social distancing. Why don't you use the electronic payments and you are rather coming to the bank?
Oh yeah, right now I was trying to come and save some money inside my account because I'm having a problem. There wasn't any mobile money.
Several other banks visited on the Ring Road except ABSA had nothing of interest in the fight against the global pandemic COVID-19. Some customers were concerned about their health, carried their hand sanitizers around.
Because when we came, we were supposed to have all those things here, but there are none of this is here, and I have to withdraw money from here and go to the port and pay. Pay duty. But assuming if I don't have my own sanitizer, I have to go back and leave this in because of the due to this sickness that is in the town all over. So we were expecting all those things here, but these things are not here.
In a statement dated March 16, the regulator, the Bank of Ghana, directed all banks, savings and loans companies, financial houses, microfinance institutions, rural banks and community banks, as well as foreign exchange bureaus to ensure the following. 1. Activate their business continuity and disaster recovery plan proportionate to the current circumstances and to review these plans as the situation changes. 2. Abide by the public notices and advisory issued by the Government of Ghana, the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service and other relevant authorities in relation to the COVID-19 pandemic. BOG also encouraged these institutions to enhance protective and safety precautions for all staff. 1. To ensure that banking halls, automated teller machines, that's the ATMs, counting machines and other relevant equipment are sanitized on a regular basis, as well as provide hand sanitizing dispensers at entry and other vantage points. Despite these directives, it appears little is being done to protect the customer in an era where most clients are relying on ATMs and other electronic payment platforms in a bid to avoid crowds. For now, the situation at most ATMs is nothing to write home about, and it remains to be seen what the central bank and other relevant authorities will do in these crucial times to protect the public against the deadly coronavirus pandemic.
Meanwhile, some banks are re-strategizing to meet demands of customers during the lockdown period. There are anticipated challenges due to customer illiteracy. Though banks and other essential service providers are exempted from measures announced by government, online banking is considered safer for social distancing. However, industry players say patronage of online platforms for accessing banking services is on the downside, as the initiative has targeted lower to middle income earners. Nana Sensumensa has been speaking with officials of Aboagye-Wiafe Bank.
The bank's operational area is captured in the lockdown enclave in Ashanti region. Operators in the food value chain, especially at the market, will be free to work, but some service sectors will be halted. With technology application, deposits can be mobilized and withdrawal effected, but only a few of the bank's clients can effectively use such platforms. Board chairman of Aboagye-Wiafe Bank, Patrick Owusu, encourages literate clients to resort to leverage technology to reduce visits to banking halls.
Even before the pandemic, we had already positioned ourselves to, as it were, introduce mobile app, AKIB mobile app, through which our clients can deposit money through their phones, withdraw money through their phones, withdraw money from the bank to their mobile, their phones, from their phones to their accounts. So with this preparation that had already taken place, we will be able to serve our clients. Unfortunately, perhaps not all of them, because as I've said, most of our clients are on the small traders. But with this, I think it will catch up with everybody and we'll be able to serve our clients. So we position ourselves to continue to serve our clients.
Like any other business, the spread of the virus has negatively affected the banks. Mr. Owusu again.
We contacted a lot of people, the small-scale businessmen, the vendors, small-scale vendors. So we visit a lot of clients. Our mobile bankers visit a lot of clients. A lot of clients visit our banking hall on a daily basis. With this pandemic and the call for social distancing, it will definitely affect our operations.
Meanwhile, as its contribution to fighting the pandemic, the bank has donated personal hygiene items to hospitals and other health facilities in its catchment area.
Because of this, the fear and panic that was created because of this pandemic had made hand sanitizers short in the country. So now you can't even buy. Even if a facility has money to go and buy, you can't get it at the market. And if you think of producing your own, the items that are used to produce them are not in the market. So we're much grateful to the bank for providing us with such gift at this moment out of their social responsibility. It's very great. We very appreciate it.
Nana Asensu-Mensah, reporting for Joy News.
Let's do one of our top stories today. Some oil marketing companies, OMCs in Kumasi, are yet to reduce prices of fuel despite a drop in the key determinants of pricing within the first pricing window of April. Checks by JoyNews at some fuel stations revealed prices remain unchanged, though dealers expect to lower prices by close of the day. Prince Appiah brings you details of this report.
Petroleum product consumers expect some relief. Reduction in prices are yet to reflect at the pumps. First stop was Benab Oil, where prices for both diesel and petrol remain at 4.54 cedis per litre, having reviewed last week from 5.25. At Union Oil, the prices have reduced to 5.12 per litre for both diesel and super. Goil is the only company to have reduced its prices as at the time of filing this report. Diesel and petrol have reduced from 4.82 and 4.80 per litre respectively to 4.32 per litre flat. Nanamo is the manager at the Maxima branch of Goil.
4.30.
And then I'll be careful when sending prices and say,
oh, the workers say.
The price is now 4.32 from 4.80.
4 times.
The government has really done well. From January to date, fuel prices have been reduced 4 times. But what happened today is really huge. Because of the lockdown, most of the consumers are home. But we hope the consumers will enjoy the reduction after the lockdown.
Oh, there, Obiamra Goy. Go there, any idea? To Obiamra.
Over here, the prices per litre of both the diesel and super still 4.81. Prices are yet to be reduced. Meanwhile, some drivers, though unaware of the expected price change today, have been anticipating the impact on the operations.
I don't see nothing about it, but still, the price we buy and we know go back to this morning.
Now, Yopo Clean Company Limited, manufacturers of sanitary products, has donated some items to the Multimedia Group Limited. The donation is to help the company protect the company's workers in the wake of the coronavirus outbreak. Among the items donated were detergents, hand sanitizers, and other cleaning products for floors and washrooms.
My name is Valerie. I work for Yopo Clean Company Limited. I'm the CEO. We are into the manufacture of cleaning detergents. We manufacture the bleach, the scouring paste, the floor cleaners, the liquid wash, and then the new age hand sanitizers. We are here today to present our little products to our fighters, those on the forefront. We are doing this to help curb the pandemic COVID-19. It has come, but it will surely go. This is not for us. This is not our portion. So this too shall pass.
On behalf of the Multimedia Group, we are very grateful to Yopo Clean for the thought to come to the Multimedia Group to support us with some of your products, as we are part of the essential group seen to the fight against COVID-19. We will forever be grateful to you, and we believe other entrepreneurs out there will see the great work being done by the media groups, the hospitals, and other agencies as we fight to get this out of Ghana. We are thankful to you once again, and we believe your company will grow from strength to strength.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
And on that note, we draw the curtains on today's edition of Business Live. Thank you very much for your company. My name is Emmanuel Aboagye-Wiafe, but for more business news, you can log on to myjoyonline.com/business, where we have the day's news headlines all splashed on the website. That's it for now. Have a good evening.